5.5 here in Monrovia. So the radio program is a primary radio-based communication and information dissemination platform of the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia. It is a key advocacy tool that provides essential information around the state of the fight against corruption, national integrity building efforts, as well as promotes the culture of accountability, transparency, integrity, and evidence-based decision-making across all sectors of Liberia. Under CENTAL's National Integrity Building and Anti-Corruption Program, funded by the government and people of Sweden through the Swedish International Development Cooperation Agency, or SIDA, the radio program serves as an advocacy, coordination, and engagement platform code for LACC. And you can also call the orange number 0776 600050. Those are the numbers you can contact the LACC on. Again, if you are calling these numbers, please make sure you have basic facts that can help the investigators to pick up whatever or case that you want to know and alert them about. Please, let us do this together. The fight against corruption requires all of us working together so that we can achieve and make Liberia a better place. Liberia can be a corruption-free nation only if we all put our hands on deck and work together to make it what it should be. So the Integrity Watch Radio, the platform is very civil and informative. It has zero tolerance on the use of invectives and denigrating comments. So today is Thursday, October the 21st, 2021, and this edition of the program going to be talking about, recently, yesterday, in fact, CENTAL, 4 integrity institutions came together and honored Emmanuel Tulo. So we're going to be talking about what has this issue concerning Emmanuel Tulo brought to the table, to the discourse. We'll be talking about that, and we are going to be discussing at this one. So that's what we're going to be talking about. Yesterday, to give you information, the LACC, the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, Accountability Lab, Integrity Archon Liberia, and the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia, they came together and said, let us recognize and certificate Emmanuel. So yesterday was the program. It was held yesterday at our campus, and Emmanuel was certificated for being an integrity icon in our country. But there are basic things that we're going to be looking at regarding Emmanuel's issue. So before we go to Emmanuel matter, let us go to little things that matter. And under little things that matter, we want to talk about, bring information to you about our primary. We said to you, we are going to investigate and follow up every step along the way. Issues surrounding the matter concerning Madam Makini Keita. Madam Makini Keita is the Special Project Coordinator in the Office of President George Weah. She was accused of soliciting bribe from or kickback from an investor. So that information was reported, it surfaced in the media, and that was reported, and later on the president took action. He reportedly suspended Madam Keita, and he asked the legal advisor to investigate the matter. So we said to ourselves, this is very important because the issue about bribery and kickback surrounding someone within the presidency who works very closely with the President of the Republic of Liberia. I mean, it raises eyebrows. So we needed to really find out what the truth is, or what are the truths. So we started to follow up. We did the first follow-up, and we told you that we spoke with Smith, and Smith said the matter was, he needed to follow up, and he followed up, he gave his feedback and all of that. So we still have been touching base with our sources. Week before last, we said to you that sources in the executive mansion that we have contacted, they said to us point blank, there is absolutely no investigation ongoing surrounding this matter. You didn't get what I said. I said to you, sources within the executive mansion told us that there was no investigation going on surrounding this particular matter. We cross-checked with different sources, they still said the same thing. So we said, no, let us follow up. We still follow up. We asked Smith about that. Smith said he was not aware. He followed up with the team, but they didn't give him any clear-cut information about it, seemingly alluding to what our sources said. However, we still are not and will not be satisfied with all of these kinds of information because, like we said, it surrounds the image of our president, the image of our presidency, the presidency of our country. The image is involved, is at stake. Because if people who are working in the presidency are accused of soliciting bribe, it means that there are issues about integrity within the presidency. So, in order to satisfy and to clear the doubts surrounding this, it needed to be made very clear so that the investigation can be conducted and reports be released to the public so that whatever the outcome be, the public can understand and say, yes, this is what happened. If she's set free, of course, it's okay. That's what under the image we want to be clear. If she's indicted or whatever the investigation will find out, if she's held liable, let her face the full weight of the law. So yesterday we were very fortunate to have met with the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs. I mean, he and the Finance Minister, kudos to them, they paid courtesy visit to CENTAL office yesterday, and we have frank discussions. I mean, surrounding corruption, how the fight against corruption. We made suggestions, and they made suggestions to us. I mean, which is very frank and very laudable. At the end of the discussion, we asked the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, Minister Nathaniel Mangiel, what is the status of the matter concerning Madam Keita? Minister Mangiel told us that the matter has been forwarded to the Liberia National Police with the LACC in the loop. You didn't understand that. The Minister of State told us that the matter concerning Madam Keita has been sent to the Liberia National Police. I don't understand why it is going all of this, the different wrong direction. The first wrong direction it took was to even send it to the legal advisor. That was very wrong. The law provides that the LACC is responsible for investigating all corruption-related matters. So that was the first misstep along the way that the president, took. Now, the Minister of State is telling us that the matter has gone to the Liberia National. Why? I mean, it raises more questions. And he said the LACC is in the know. But our follow-up so far has not shown that the LACC, we don't want to doubt yet, but our follow-up so far has not shown that the LACC is in the know. Since this morning, we've been trying to contact the police. Our call has now gone through with the police, and the police, this policeman has not been able to be reached since we started, consulting or trying to get in touch with him. We will not stop. We are going to deploy all of our investigative tactics so that we can find out the fact concerning this. The reason is just simple. We want to so that our presidency can be cleared. Because as it stands, there are doubts surrounding our presidency that people close to the president are soliciting bribe from investors. There has been allegation and counter allegations that higher ups in government usually solicit bribe from investors when they come in the country to do assessment. And people have had that to be the reason why investors are not coming to the country. When they come for assessment purpose, they don't return to do investment. So that is the reason why we are very concerned so that this thing can be laid to rest. So we are still going to follow up with the police. We contacted LACC. They are doing their checkup to understand whether they are in the know about this particular issue. So we'll keep you updated regarding this matter. So that's that. And we still want to just quick talk about the booming market I understood that yesterday there were guys on the street. I don't know whether they were police, but they were chasing those guys from the street yesterday. Somebody told me that this morning that there were some guys on the street chasing those criminals who usually gather in the morning to hijack and to break into people's cars. Yes, they said they were chasing them out of the street. If it is the police, we've been trying to contact Moses, like we said, but we haven't been able to get to Moses since this morning. Up to the time we came to studio, we've been trying to call Moses. Moses, if you are listening, you can just call us so that we can just commend you for what effort you are making regarding this issue or about criminals being on Broad Street. If you are making intervention like we heard this morning, please, we want to acknowledge that. You can call us and let us talk about it briefly. And also talk about your knowledge about this issue concerning Madam Keita, whether the police is in the know. You can call us. We've been trying to call you since this morning. So we want to also talk about the black market on Kerry Street. We need to take on about against that because it's serious encouraging those guys to go into the street, be agents of stealing, to go and steal people properties to sell. So we need to take action against on Kerry Street. So now, let's go to the meat of our discussion for today. Emmanuel Tulo, a motorcyclist, running his commercial motorbike in Nimba County. Which part of Nimba? Blodiala. He runs between Blodiala and Blodiala, Tapeta, and then they can head sometimes to the Bolo and get to, Grenji there, all of those places. So Blodiala is not far from the border to Grenji there. So Emmanuel runs his bike there, and Emmanuel and his colleagues, they've gone for, according to them, for a wedding ceremony. On their way back, they found money, and you know the rest of the story. And for the past time, this matter, for the past almost 2 or 3 weeks, this matter has taken center stage. This boy has come from nowhere, and he has been elevated to a level that people who've been working, politicians and people who have been seeking popularity, who have been seeking recognition, some of them even using the wrong means, human blood and all of those things, they still have not gained the popularity. For 25 or more years, they have not gained the popularity and the recognition that this boy has gained, just because of one exhibit of integrity. Do you understand that? Just because of one exhibit of integrity, this boy has gained relevance and prominence in our society than any other than politicians. Some of our politicians who have been in politics for 20, 25, some of them 30 years, they've been into politics, they have not gained that recognition. Some of our leaders, they don't even have the least of integrity. I will say that again. Some of our leaders don't have the least of integrity. If you have integrity, you will do things with conscience. You are occupying a position and you are accused of any wrongdoing in that position. What will cause you to quit that position until you exonerate yourself will be your integrity. To defend your integrity, you will step and say, because I have been accused in this position, I am going to step aside to face the law, so that when I'm exonerated, I can come back and take up my position. But you cannot justify corruption and justify lack of integrity in public glare as such as what we see in our country nowadays, public officials. If you have integrity, you will not go into the market and cannot wax the cup to sell to people as big cup. That's lack of integrity. So that has, it has elevated the ball to the extent that people cannot imagine. So we've been following the issue, and we took up the issue because, it is with integrity related matter. But whilst following the issue and following all of the recognition, the accolades that the ball has been, winning, and, admiration, all of that, we sat in our little corners and started to think about what All these things have presented to our country. And there are 4 cardinal issues that we will talk about. 3, in fact. 3 cardinal issues. Very important that we need that this particular issue concerning Emmanuel has taught us that we need to consider as a nation and a people. We need to know that we as individuals, it's very important that we live with integrity in everything that we do. We should exhibit integrity in everything that we do. We should live integrity, we should speak integrity, we should act with integrity. If you are the least person, if you even running keke or motorbike, and somebody asks you to run bike for them, do not come at the end of the day after generating all of the money and then at the end of the day and bring stories to bike. No, that's lack of integrity. That's corruption. If you are a taxi driver, somebody entrusted you with a taxi cab to go and run, and you come back with stories. Police arrested me, or I had a breakdown. Meanwhile, you have pocketed all of the money already. That's lack of integrity. If you are in public service, a lawmaker, and making law that will satisfy yourself and your inner cycle, that's lack of integrity. If you make law, you had the law for the people, ArcelorMittal, where is the law? You make the law, okay, yeah, we signed this one, we did this one. Where is it? Why you hide it? That's lack of integrity. If you are heading the government and somebody's close to you, like Madam Keita, is accused, the best thing to do is to send her to the legal to investigation and not to hide or to try to shield the person. No, that should not be. Wherever you find yourself, if you are in a particular environment, you cannot be in the court and you dispensing justice on the basis of your affiliation, on the basis of what the deepest pocket. No, that's lack of integrity. Wherever you find yourself and you are doing things to satisfy yourself, and sometimes people try to show integrity by cosmetic integrity. That's what they do. That's why we in Liberia, cosmetic. I mean, that's not how it's supposed to be. Integrity is a lifestyle. You should live it. Eat, do it. It not be ceremonious. No. You stage manage something and think that people will say, oh, this person has integrity. No. You are celebrating Emmanuel. Emmanuel and his parents did it, and their conscience led them to do what they did. So your conscience should be able to lead you to do the right thing and not to stage manage integrity issues. The next thing that it teaches us, it tells us how our country has been bankrupt. Did you understand that? Integrity bankruptcy has hit our country, and it hit it very hard. People don't have integrity in our country. If integrity related issues were things that were common in our country, we wouldn't have celebrated this at the level at which we celebrated. In my little study of news, it tells me that my old study of news tells me that news is about the unusual. So it is unusual for people to do such thing, for somebody of such background to do such thing. It is usual. So that's why we're celebrating it. People try to politicize it and try to link it with all kinds of things. No, that's not it. Because of lack of integrity in our country, that is the reason why this particular case has grown so tall on all other things. It's too tall on every other thing. We are celebrating it today. Stop politicizing the entire thing. Think about it this way. because of lack of integrity. That's why we are doing this. So when one case comes up, I mean, it rings a bell. And the next thing it brings to our mind is how the media, the agenda setting role of the media, it shows the agenda setting role of the media. What happened? This issue was just streamed by one individual way there in Tapeta, and the media picked it up. It was broadcast on radio, newspaper picked it up, and then integrity institutions like CENTAL, we picked it up. And that's how we elevated it. We got in touch with all of the parties. And I mean, when we produced the flyers that Emmanuel were going to be appearing, Emmanuel and his parents were appearing on the show, I mean, the kinds of momentum that we drew. People who had never liked or shared our posts, they started to share and reshare and share and reshare. I mean, that was so great. So that is the kinds of way the media can set agenda of the national discourse. The media, for the past weeks, the media shifted the entire discussion in the entire nation. It was focused on one, whether 19, 18, whatever, his age, one Emmanuel Tulu. Because, I mean, sometimes we don't understand our role as media practitioners. We have a very critical and cardinal role to play in our country. In the body politics of the country, we have a very important role to play. Just typical example is what we see here. What led to the recognition that Emmanuel is getting today? Because the media picked it up and we elevated it. So we play a very important role in our society. We are the fourth estate. Play a very important role. So the next thing that it brought about, that came about from all of these things, is the dire need for integrity building awareness across all sectors of our country. I said this particular issue, it tells us that integrity building awareness needs to be taken across all sectors of our country, from the executive to the lowest, the least, those who consider to be the least. We need to take integrity building awareness to them. We need to even think about putting it in our curriculum, to teach it in schools, so that our students can know about how to live with integrity. Then when they come from schools, they can come into the society with integrity. Then we will have people with integrity, and we will not have one instance to take over the entire nation and bring every other thing to a standstill. I hope I'm making sense. I mean, just if we do that, we think about taking integrity building awareness and education to the schools, the high schools, universities, and all over the communities, teaching our people, and also living with integrity. All of us must learn to live with integrity. And with that, we can have a better society. With that, people will see, these kinds of things to be usual. This is usual. It's something usual. It's not going to be news making. So you politicizing it, think about it. Think about picking up the debate of pushing it to the national level, pushing integrity awareness to the national scene, so that you, even lawmakers, in your chambers, you can have people talking to you about integrity building. Executives, ministers, assistant ministers, all of you need to attend seminars about integrity building, because some people come to public offices with no integrity. If you have integrity, when you are appointed to public office, you will not be scared to declare your asset. Why are you afraid to declare your asset? Because you're coming with intent. You don't want to declare something and then get something else. So the intent is to steal and corrupt the country. That is the reason why you are afraid to declare your asset. If you had integrity, you would declare your asset and even expose it to everybody. Why would you declare asset and say and sign document to keep it confidential, even though you're a public servant. I mean, those are things, the three things that we need to consider as a country and as a people. Whilst we celebrate Emmanuel, let us think about how we can take integrated building awareness to different sectors of our country, all across, even in the religious sector, the mosques, the churches. Why would pastor be, you the pastor, you the general overseer, your wife is the resident pastor, your daughter is the treasurer, your son is, I mean, what is that? That's lack of integrity. They teach people to live for integrity. But if you are, even what you're doing is not, it doesn't show integrity. In the mosque, we do things to satisfy ourselves. In business places, we want a mass profit that triple what the money we bought the item with. That's lack of integrity. So that is the reason why in the schools, you go to school, you care less to say, but you rather prefer to pay bribe. And the teacher accepts the bribe. The teacher who's accepting the bribe, you paying the bribe, all of you lack integrity. So these are the three cardinal things that we need to consider while we're celebrating Emmanuel. Let us consider all of these things and increasing integrated building awareness across all sectors of our country. So these are things we wanted to bring to you today. So we want us to discuss about this. What do you think? Do you think we need integrated building awareness? Do you think we need to push the discussion to the national level so that integrity awareness can be either placed in our national curriculum, to be taught in schools? Because to be frank and to be very fair with you, our country has been hit by integrity bankruptcy. Seriously, from all sectors, all over, no sector is excluded. All, we are all part of it. So we need to work together to rebuild, to build integrity. Whether it was there before, we can rebuild it. Whether it has not been in existence, we can build it. But it requires us working together. And it requires our leaders showing, living, and doing things with integrity. You are celebrating a boy for exhibiting integrity. And some of you cannot even identify one single integrity issue that you've ever done in your life. Some of you are leaders. You're struggling to even find one issue. Some of you are notorious for wrong reasons. Some of you came to prominence because of the bad things you did. The elevator body, and we are celebrating the board today, yes. But consider it to be a debate that we can take further, and not to look at it and start to politicize it, or because of this and because of that. No, it's because of lack of integrity in our entire nation. So that is the reason why this becomes news. News is about the unusual. This is unusual in our country. So when something is unusual, it means that it doesn't happen easily. It doesn't happen. A motorcyclist found money and take it back to the owner. I mean, that's very impossible. So that is the reason why we are celebrating this board, and we should take his case and think about doing all of these things so that our country can be better. So we'll now take a break for a few minutes, and we'll come back. We will take your call so that we can make this discussion interactive. Let's take a break. Okay, welcome back. Like we said to you, the program you are listening to is called Integrity Watch. Integrity Watch is a 1-hour radio program brought to you by the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia. It is aired every Thursday on ECOWAS Radio and relayed on Prime FM 105.5 in Monrovia. So we want to get your view. What do you think? How can we elevate this particular issue? What do you think? Why are we celebrating this? Why should this become news? And what has it taught us as a nation and a people? Do you think we need to elevate the discussion further? Not only to look at it from wherever we sit, but look at it from a national and a patriotic point of view and see how we can push integrated building awareness to schools and even put it into our curriculum to be taught in different schools. So we'll open the lines for your participation. 0779 00691, 0779 00691, 0779 00691. That's the number to call this morning to participate on the program Integrated Watch. As we said, it's a 1-hour radio program brought to you by the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia. So we have our first call line. Good morning. Good morning. Your name and where are you calling from? Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Gabriel, do you think we need to? Okay, I think he left the line. Gabriel, do you think we need to take this further to push integrity awareness in schools, or be teaching it in schools? You think so? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. 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 Okay, Gabriel. Okay, Gabriel. Thank you. Okay, Gabriel. Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you. Your points are well noted. Do you think we need to institutionalize or make it, push it to our national curriculum to see how we can be able to teach integrity in schools? We have another call line. Good morning. Fine. Your name and where you from? I didn't get your name. Hello. Okay, we lost the call. So the number to call to be line the program 0779 00691, 0779 00691. We have a caller on the line. Good morning. Your name and where are you calling from? Abraham, let's hear you. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Sure. Okay. Very important. Very important. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Sure. Is unusual. Is unusual. Sure. Thank you. Thank you, Abraham. Thank you. 0779. Let's hear you. Have your say on the program this morning. Do you think we need to teach integrity in our schools? Do you think we need to build, continue the awareness in communities? Good morning. Oh, Nicholas, let's hear you. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, don't go to what somebody said. What somebody said. Say what you want to say. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Number to call 0779 0000691. 0779 0000691. We have another call on the line. Good morning. Hello, good morning. You are on ECOWAS radio. Let's hear you. Okay, colleague, let's hear you. Mm-hmm. Do you think, Emmanuel, do you think we need to put this in our curriculum? Do you think we need to educate people? We need to take the awareness further? Okay, all right. Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. The number to call 0779 0000691. 0779 0000691. That's the number to call to be live on the program this morning. In the program you are listening called Integrity Watch. And oh, good morning. Your name, where are you calling from? Okay, Mr. Smith, let's hear you.
Yeah, for me, I prefer it being taught into the schools so that many of our students will learn about it because integrity is also help to promote peace and unity into a country.
Mm-hmm.
Integrity also helps to make the travel religions a good thing. For example, Liberia as a whole, if we have good integrity, these things you have just mentioned in your previous lectures concerning about corruption, bribery, and all stuff, we learn about integrity in our schools when it is taught to our children in school. Many of these things will not continue to happen. Then, again, to a point again, because of lack of integrity, people continue to infringe to this and to know that yes, you raise that to service the rate of all commodities will be the same. There's no integrity for somebody to be old and say, no, the service is the same. So I bring my friends down. We all continue to rock. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. 0779 0000691. That is 0779 0000691. We have another call on the line. Good morning. Your name and where are you calling from? Good morning. August, let's hear you.
I want to say thank you for this program. I think you are sharing a lot. I think the issue of integrity in our various schools, in our various institutions, so that our children can be able to do some of those things. Because what we see today is that in home also the parents do need to have to teach their children to connect. Because if the example, the manual who are now established what he has established because he was very taught in his home, he was mentored by his parents, and he will tell you that my parents need to tell me this, need to tell me that. So we as a parents too need to raise our children in that manner so that they can be able to, practice it as they go ahead. It's very important that we bring that, in our right institutions, our children can be taught. It's very important because nowadays, having people, doing that, there's a thing that says you do good for yourself, you do bad for yourself. So what Emmanuel did, he did it, and they will follow him, they will follow his children, and children will come. So I want to thank you very much for this.
Okay, thank you so much, Austin. Thank you. Okay, 077 0779 0000691. We have another caller on the line. Good morning. Your name, where are you calling from? Okay, Mr. Okoli, let's hear you.
Okay, first of all, thank God for Emmanuel for the eyes that you put out. It's actually difficult for your father. Let me be very frank to you. If you get on us, okay, just to go by, forget about things on the car and go by.
That's true. I mean, you are right. Okay, the caller went off the line. You are right. So I always say another caller like, good morning. Your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, I'm calling from
Your name is Mr. Maluba. Let's hear you.
I was just for you in the program show. First of all, it's the one that make all make like that is your position. How important is that now? The answer is that everybody is that to say that the family is still up. So to my own situation, everywhere you want.
Okay. 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 All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Maluba. Yes, there are key lessons that have been taught by the issues regarding manual that we need to consider. We need to know that this issue tells that our country is bankrupt when it comes to the issue of integrity. Integrity bankruptcy has hit our country and it hit very hard. That is the reason why we are celebrating just one incident. And it also tells us that we need to increase integrity building awareness. We have a caller on the line. Good morning. Your name, where are you calling? Good morning. Your name, where are you calling from? Okay, Conan, let's hear you. Okay. Okay. Sure. I mean, why it's been taught, we talk recommending for it to be taught in school, in the communities. We all need to live with. Okay, thank you so much. Your points are well noted. We also need to live with integrity. Integrity is a lifestyle. It's about how you live. It's not something that is cosmetic. It's about what you do, even outside of the national scene, in your home. What do you do? Some of us we are different when we come outside, and when we go inside we are different. Yes, some of us are different. Like we go to church, we dress fine, we go out, we go to the church, we are called different, we are called brothers, sisters, but we go in the community, we are called different names. Yeah, we got another caller on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and where are you calling from? Okay, Mohammed, let's hear you. Do you think we need to teach integrity in schools, increase the awareness in communities, in our homes, in order?
Yeah, we really need to teach this issue of integrity in our schools and other public places. But we also want to say that the issue of teaching is to affect the law. Why I say this is when you look in the Constitution, the executive power, certain portion of it, everyone or anyone from arresting the president, why president, for their wrongdoing.
Okay.
Therefore, it should also affect the Constitution because the wrong president is chosen and that particular law is giving him or her from the arrested or being judged. Definitely, that president will corrupt the nation and go away.
Mohammed, do you think we need to also increase the awareness in homes to live with integrity in our homes and to take it to the schools?
The government employ that in the curriculum. Let it be taught. And I want to make this very clear that people who are criticizing the award won by Solo is not right because they are not giving to themselves justice because they could be them. The people who being awarded has not been asked whether it is a situation or CPA or whatever party or partisan. So no one who he is. And I also want to ask the one who was with the ball or who is the money to before handing it over to the owner should also be aware because the child at the time he got the money will be from that woman and said let's not do money, we don't have to get it. So people should also at the woman too.
Okay, thank you, Mohammed. Thank you so much. Your points are well taken. So number to call to be live on the program. We got a minute to go. We got a few minutes to go. You can call, be live on the program. We have another call on the line. Good morning. I'm good. Let's hear you. Your name and where are you calling from? Cody, that's all? Okay, let's hear you, Cody. What is that? Okay. Wait. Okay, Cody, because you said you are visually impaired, so that's why I said I should leave you on the line. So just call your number quickly so that whoever listening can help you. Okay, you're going off the line. Okay, I just wanted to help you, Cody, because you said you are visually impaired, so that's the reason why I hear you on the line. But we are actually far from that. But I wanted to help you. Sorry that you went off the line. So maybe you are living in a community and want to help Collie saying that he lives in the Banana area and he's being evicted from his house and he doesn't have house rent. That's it. Okay, the topic today we're talking about Emmanuel Tulo, and then we ask you a question whether we should increase integrated building awareness in schools, in our churches, in our communities, in our homes, and then all of that. So we have another caller on the line. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, that caller seems to be off the line. Hello there. Okay, the caller left the line. So we said yes. Whilst we are celebrating Emmanuel, let us consider the few things that this has taught us. Hello, good morning. Your name and where are you calling from? Mr. Bayo, let's hear you.
Thank you for informing me the opportunity to participate on this show. But very closely.
Okay.
It's important to teach this particular program in let's say our institution.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the reason is very simple. In Liberia, when you see all the people take public,
Okay.
without their question. Yeah, and people need to understand the war integrity is a big war that has no institution in it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we create integrity, we benefit on integrity all the time.
Okay.
I want to first work as a control with Rico and Liquor Factory, get people left me with their still and all this kind of things.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Time has cut off us. The program you have been listening to is called Integrity Watch. It's a 1-hour radio program brought to you by the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia. It is aired every Thursday on ECOWAS Radio 91.5 FM and it's relayed on Prime FM 105.5. My name is Sam Zota. I'm the Media and Communications Officer at the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia. My colleague, Mark Wandau, has been behind the camera making sure our visibility goes beyond the studio. Join us next week, same time, station, for another edition. Goodbye.